Organization, health, and safety. This is what we will be discussing in today's world, today's presentations altogether. Everything to do with health and safety as far as the workplace are concerned. So the agenda is very simple, is to define the basic terminology of the subject area. Definitely yes, is health and safety in the workplace, to outline the reasons for safety and healthy workplace, and show accident trends in an industry. Probably that is what we would love to go around it. But presumably, I would love to cover the accident trend in the industry. Earlier times, accident used to be very frequent and very catastrophic. And because of the health and safety regulation, things have been streamlined to a certain extent presently, and with the intervention both in terms of habits, the employee, the work spell, the procedures, things have been streamlined to a lot ways, and even technologies have played a bigger role in safeguarding or protecting us from making those catastrophic accidents. But everything said and done doesn't mean that accidents has been completely avoided. If you look into the history, every decades will give you or pronounce you with certain amount of accidents which involved few hundreds of lives of people be at stake and probably destroyed forever. So yes, accident trends have reduced, have become irregular, but it is completely not could not be obligated or erased altogether. So it's better that we always should be prepared and practice the safety regulations and protect the health and the life of the employees. Remember, accident, no one desires accidents. Absolutely. You look at the pic that I've showed it to you, wherein a person is lying down, probably in a very bad state of affairs, and then there is a person who is looking at her, probably taking care of her as to what can be done. So, undesired circumstances which give rise to ill health, or should I say injury, or damage to the property, plant, products, and environment, production losses and or increased liabilities is what I will say as the definition of accident is concerned. It's an undesired circumstances, remember, which leads to the loss of property, life, it has an hindrance in the production process, increased liabilities from the for the organization is what accident is all about it. Remember, nobody aspires accident. In fact, everybody was want to avoid it, be it the employees or who are directly responsible, or be it the organization who will be bearing the long-term brunt of an accident that comes around. So, incident, undesired circumstances, and near misses, which could have been an accident. So, that's the finer differences between accident and incident. There might be near misses which happen, but let us take it up, strive together to ensure that there are no even incidents also. Why should there be near misses? Why should we leave anything to chances in the first place? So ill health is acute, chronic ill health caused by physical, chemical, biological agent, as well as the adverse effects on mental health, as the case is all about it. This is what ill health will tell it to you. The acute and chronic health issues that comes around it, as the picture pic shows in this particular slide for you, wherein this person is taking an inhaler. That means that he is of a weak composition, physically weak composition. Hazards, now this is what we need to understand: the potential to cause harm including ill health, harm which might lead to injury, damage to the property, plants, products, and the environment, production losses, or increased liabilities, as the case might be. The potential to cause harm including ill health and injury, damage to property, plant, products, or the environment, production losses or liabilities that we are looking forward to it. So yes, the risk means the likelihood that a specific undesired events will occur, the realization of a hazard, as the case might be, right? This is what we are looking forward to it during the work activities or the products and services created by the work activities. Remember, this is what we are going through about it. So let me clarify what are the risks. It is the likelihood that the specific undesired event will occur due to the realization of hazard. during the work activities or by the product and services created by the work activities, as the case might be. So be very specific as what is accident, what is incident, what is hazard, and what are the risk of the hazard leading it to either an incident or an accident. So definitely there are so many kinds of hazard. We will talk about hazard in some other time. So observable or predicted from the knowledge. It's a hazard. Obviously, yes. The risk is not directly observable when we cannot or when we overlook. Probability of harm to a system element being realized from the exposures to hazards and dangers. That is what the risk is all about. It. The harm is damage to the system element, long or short. Accidents are injuries and ill health and damages that comes around it. It might be injuries, it can be ill health, it can be damage to the human lives or to the property, as the case might be. So one is risk linked to others, as in the case might be. So hazard leads to risk, risk leads to harm, harm leads to accidents or probably unwarranted outcomes that we are looking into it. So this is where we need to keep a tab out here. The hazard has to be properly motivated or monitored, as the case might be, because they are only abuse of them or misuse of them, or any way if this has been unpredictably handled, will become catastrophic, both the properties and the lives, as the case might be. So that is the probability that we need to monitors on close quarters. So let us understand safety. Safety is nothing but the control of accidental loss, is what we will be trying to do around it. Absolutely in a crisp little statement that I have told you about what exactly is safety. Anything to do with an accidental loss, if we can control it, definitely that is what safety is all about it. So the reasons for preventing accident. There are many reasons. I will outline only three for you. Remember, accidents happen, accident occurs, and any accidents I don't see there are many pleasant accidents. It's only bad things happen where there's a loss to property, where there's a loss to life, where there's a loss to probably financial loss, both in terms of earning members being reduced um, or payment or ex gratia payment that has to be done by the organizations towards to the employees towards the accident as a cause of a thing. So there are, apart from it, I'm not even considering the litigation cost that comes around it. So let us understand first what are the three main reasons. Somewhere down the corner, nobody wants to be injured or killed. We it hampers onto the morale of a human beings, right? Everybody who wants to come to the workplace would love to work in a safe and secure environment. We don't want to be working or be getting injured as on when on basis. Cost, accident cost, organization's money. It is what we are looking for it. The people have been killed every now and then. What is looking very sure as to what are the costs that goes around it, estimated to have cost over hundreds and billions of dollars, hundreds and billions of pounds, including few million in direct insurance payout. Absolutely yes. And when I say those dollars, it is not only the loss to the property which has to be reconfigured, it is the litigation cost that comes around it, it is the loss to the reputation that needs to be taken care of it. It's absolutely um, above and above the loss of life that goes around it. It has repercussion not only for the event, for the years to come, for the organization, for the people. Lives are changed, and it becomes a kind of a blot in the history of the organization. So yes, morale is the one factor. Cost is the second factor. Remember, in an accidental cost, we need to understand the insurance cost. For every pound, every single pound we go around it, covering the injuries, there is approximately 8 to 36 times. That means 8 pounds to 36 pounds are uninsured cost, which goes around. What are the uninsured cost which comes around it if you're not taking insurances? The product and material damage has to be replaced. Definitely yes. The plant and building damage has to be replaced. Has definitely has been to be rebuilt. The tool and equipment has to be replaced. The legal cost, the litigation cost, the expenditure on emergency supplies. Yes, The clearing site, the production delays, overtime, working and temporary labor, investigation times, supervisors, time diverted, clerical effort, fines, loss of expertise and experiences that comes around it. We need to do so that is what the accident cost will all be above it. That is what we are looking for it. What are the some of the most common workplace safety and health hazards? Some common workplace health hazard may include wet or slippery floors. Yes, definitely. This actually, when I am now changing the focus from a plant or a factory areas to somewhere down the office area, where are the other things that the accident can actually occur? The wet or slippery floors, hot grease in the kitchen, chemicals in the laboratory. These are the hazard that is being prevalent. You know, drill, press, and other equipment, office workstation, let's say computer screen, chairs, desks, setup, ladders. You name it, we have it. You can fall down from a staircase, from the ladder, if not properly aligned and things have not been taken care for. Most prominent causes of accident occurs in this particular places. This is what we are looking forward towards our existing life space altogether. So let us understand the most common workplace hazard that may be included. That is wet and slippery floors, hot grease in the kitchen, chemicals in the lab, drill press, office workstation, and ladders. Let me come to the very last slide of this presentation. Workplace Safe and Healthy Act. Every organization, every laws of the land, every country would have something called a Workplace Safety and Health Act. Remember, it's an employer's duties, supervisor duties, which give you the exact information, trainings, supervisions to protect yourself, your safety and health at work. Tell you about the dangers or perils in the workplace and take reasonable precautions to protect you. Make sure that the safe work procedures are followed and that machinery or personal protective equipment are used properly. Ensure that safety equipment is in good condition. Cooperate and work with safety and health committees, representatives. Employers must protect workers, and this is what is the law. It is the responsibility of employers to look after its employees. Any misappropriation thereby is heavily and punished and duly prosecuted. So this is the work of an employer and a supervisor to provide a safe and healthy environment to its people, to its employees, ensure that proper knowledge has been transmitted, ensure that proper training has been given, and in short, everything that needs to be taken as far as precaution is concerned should be employed, like the personal protection equipment kits and so on and so forth. With this, I come to an end of this presentation. Thank you for watching this video.